I now come to the water sector. Very difficult. Very difficult, Madam Speaker. A reform of the water sector is to be undertaken by government with collaboration of the World Bank and the IFC. I don't need to go back. Since 1997, there is at least 12 attempts at reforming the water sector. But I'm determined to succeed where others chickened out. Yeah. Because they did not fail. They just chickened out, they got scared. But we are going to do it. All sorts of permutations have been proposed over time. We need to do it, or else we will not be able to deliver on our promise. Now, I'm happy to announce, because last time I said if I don't get funding, I won't do it. I'm happy to announce that now, a few days ago, I've been informed that the international agencies will provide us with the funding on condition, of course, that there is part funding from the Minister of Finance. I don't think there will be any difficulty since we are getting that money from World Bank, IFC, etc. In form of grants, in dollars. The World Bank has made recommendations for a 15-year affirmage contract to a private operator to operate and maintain the potable water distribution system, with the CWA to continue to own the water distribution and supply assets. The IFC will act as transaction advisor. The World Bank will continue to provide advisory assistance to the government on the reform. The Global Infrastructure Facility will provide us a total of $875,000 to support the preparation of the project, of which $475,000 has been allocated for the has been allocated for the support to be provided by the World Bank, and $400,000 to the IFC as it leads the preparation and structuring of the project. So now that we have the funding, I can announce firmly and formally that the water sector reform is on, in accordance with the recommendations of the World Bank and the policy of the government in this matter. In the budget, in fact, we see a provision of 14 million for the transaction advisory services. Now that we have the in-principle agreement, I am going now to work on the legal aspect together with my colleague, the Attorney General, to work out the agreement with IFC as quickly as possible. Many of our colleagues have raised issues concerning labor issues. All measures will be taken to ensure that there is no redundancy, compulsory redundancy, of course, and that everything is done with due regard to the rights of the workers. The rights of the workers at CWA have been sufficiently trampled on all these years. I am not going to preside over a further trampling of their rights. Now, for this financial year, 2016-2017, until we vote our budget, we earmarked 2.3 billion rupees for replacement of 185 kilometers of aging pipes, dating back to 50 years. 1.2 billion has been allocated for the construction of new and upgrading of existing treatment plants and service reservoirs. In April 2015, 161 households in Mauritius were having access to water round the clock. On my watch, Madam Speaker, on my watch, between April 2015 to April 2017. The number of households obtaining water round the clock has risen from 161,000 to 211,000 households who are now receiving water round the clock. Of course, you can't have 24/7 overnight, but I will show you how we are progressing towards to 24/7. Subscribers have increased from 327,000 and to 360,000. 56,000 households who consume less than 6 meter cubes are benefiting from water free of charge. It's either because they are saving water or because the CWA is not supplying them with enough water, or because they are very careful when they use their water, or they are small families. But it is 56,000. They get water free. The bill indicates 0 for their consumption. In certain regions, the hours of supply has increased from 6 to 10 hours. 24,000 households have benefited from this increase in water supply. There are still some hotspots. Trianon, Plaine-Magnan, Bossange, Coromandel, Rosil, the biggest hotspots. Rosil is probably going to be the last one to benefit from 24, but it's coming. It's coming, the plan is there, the strategy is there. But as I've said, I do not do razzmatazz. I do the work, people see the work, and then they stop shouting. And that is enough for me. People are angry, of course, when it doesn't work. When it works, they don't applaud. But never mind, that is the fate which we have to go through. We have certain complaints of pipe bursting. This is because the pressure of water, we're going to experience it with the Bagatelle water treatment plant. The water comes with high pressure in these old pipes which burst. Or because contractors have been working and they burst a pipe. Now, Bagatelle Dam will be finally completed this month. It is already at 99%. Rain fell, and we were very lucky that God sent us all this water to fill up Bagatelle Dam, to fill up the rivers which feed in the Bagatelle Dam. The construction of the treatment plant has taken time, again, because of challenges on procurement. And it went on until the Supreme Court again found that we were right. All these challenges finally end up in the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court gives a judgment saying, of course, the CWA is right to have selected, the CPB, is right to have selected that and that bidder. And now that the work has started, it is going to end, to be ready in 2018. But in the meantime, the chairman, Mr. Desmarais, and the general manager, Mr. Ismail, they have put up a plan for temporary pipelines and mobile treatment plants to channel the water to Plaine-William region, so that at least there will be a beginning of soulagement for these regions. La Nicolière, we will upgrade very soon. La Ferme Dam, one word. I see no one from number 14. La Ferme Dam, Mr. Henry, no. No one. See no one from number 14, but let me just say, there is an issue here. La Ferme Dam is a dam which was constructed in 1910. All the advices are that it has got to be rehabilitated. But to rehabilitate, there are two issues. One are people who have constructed houses on their own land which they have bought near the dam. The other is squatters. In fact, the squatter problem has become easier now because of my colleague, the Minister of Housing. We put up a committee, difficult in the beginning. We had a plan. Finally, Minister Sudan said, forget about your plan, I'll take it over. And he came with a plan which is going to put the squatters in, because my plan was a complicated one where we had all sorts of problems. He came, he rode roughshod over all these obstacles, and he said, I'm going to do something for the alternative rehousing of these squatters. Very good, very bright, wonderful, lovely. Big clap for Minister Sudan. Then a bigger clap for Mr. Sudan. The capacity of the dam will be raised from 11 million cubic meters to 14 million cubic meters. 3 million cubic meters. Now I come to Rivière des Anguilles Dam. The feasibility study and detailed design contract from Rivière des Anguilles Dam is expected to be awarded as soon as the decision of the CPB is obtained. This is something that has lasted a long time. It will have a storage capacity of 14 million cubic meters with an annual yield of 50 million cubic meters. The Honorable Jahangir said that Water Researchers Unit was dealing directly with the bidders. I have checked. That is not correct at all. That is not correct. Water Researchers Unit is not dealing with any of the bidders. For the boreholes, I'm going to speed on all the projects, 12 projects which have already been completed. Taillac, Rivière des Anguilles, Solferino, John Kennedy, Cuopip, transfer of water from Midlands Dam to Piton du Milieu water treatment plant for the north, Pérébert, etc. Pipeline from Piton du Milieu water treatment plant to Hermitage, Melrose Reservoir to Montagne Blanche, service reservoir at Mont Blanc water treatment plant, where we have enormous problems. In region of the East, today, 84% of households are getting water 24, round the clock, over 7 days. It's tremendous, the progress that has been done. And clean water at adequate pressure. We are replacing, now the contracts have been awarded for replacement of 125 kilometers. Pipes all over the place. All over the place. We will put in, at a later stage, a statement to give details of each and every kilometer of reservoir to Montagne Blanche, service reservoir at Mont Blanc water treatment plant, where we have enormous problems. In region of the East, today, 84% of households are getting water 24, round the clock, over 7 days. It's tremendous, the progress that has been done. And clean water at adequate pressure. We are replacing, now the contracts have been awarded for replacement of 125 kilometers. Pipes all over the place. All over the place. We will put in, at a later stage, a statement to give details of each and every kilometer of. Now, the Build Mauritius Fund, one word. there was concerns on the slow disbursement of funds under the Build Mauritius Fund. The reason is that most capital-intensive projects and civil works for pipe replacement, construction of service reservoirs, and waste and water treatment plants take more than 1 financial year and sometimes 2 financial years to be brought to fruition. A few disbursements have been done in the first year. As of date, 784 million rupees under the Build Mauritius Fund have already been awarded, amounting to 100 kilometers of pipe. Water tank project extended